Hello, my name is Silvami Sikune Putri. My ID student is 3210016 and I'm from class 36A01. And I want to presenting about classroom management project 1, communicating with students. Part 1. Communicating with students. Teacher and students communication occur when a teacher interacts directly with a particular student. Since a teacher interacts with their student mostly in front of the whole class, it can be difficult to distinguish teacher or student communication from teacher or class communication. As a result, a teacher should be proficient in all 4 modes of communication: listening, speaking, reading, and writing, and should know how to utilize this proficiency effectively in a school environment. Being able to do this has been proven to impact the success students achieve in their academic lives, as well as the teachers' own career success. How to improve your communication with students? First step is self-assessing your communication. The first step to improving communication with students is for the teacher to understand their own communication style. In order for a teacher to communicate effectively, they must be aware of their own strength and weakness. A good way for a teacher to determine this by conducting an inventory of all past interaction with students. Step 2. Adapting your communication. Once you have a good understanding of your own communication style, the next step is to adapt your teaching strategies accordingly. This will require some trial and error experimentation. If you are usually quite direct in your interaction with students, try using more open-ended questions instead. This will help to ensure that all students feel comfortable responding, regardless of their level of knowledge on the topic at hand. Step number 3. Setting expectation. In addition to adapting your teaching style and using positive body language, it is also helpful to set clear expectation for students from the beginning. This means starting what you expect from them both academically and behaviorally, as well as what they can expect from you as a teacher. Make sure that these expectations are realistic and achievable, so students do not feel overwhelmed or discouraged by them. When these clear expectations have been established, be consistent in enforcing them throughout the year. Otherwise, your student may become confused or even resentful if they see other classmates getting away with things while being held accountable themselves. And the last step is practice, practice, and practice. Lastly, be sure to work on improving your communication regularly. It's a skill and art from that require ongoing work to cultivate. There will always be different students or situations that will present a new challenge to your communication skill. Be sure to speak with colleges about how they approach different situations or students. Read books on teaching strategies and classroom management technique. Talk through scenarios with friends and family members who are not teachers but can offer outsider perspective and feedback. Most importantly, before giving of yourself, communication is rarely 100% perfect, and there is always room for improvement. The key is to continuously self-examine, adapt, and try again. And the last is 5 ways to establish effective communication in the classroom. First, create a safe environment. Create a safe, inclusive, and supportive environment where students feel comfortable to open up and express their thoughts and ideas. An atmosphere that allows students to ask if they need help is crucial to their academic success. It is important that overall stage of the teaching process you nurture this kind of non-judgmental environment. Number 2, more teamwork. Doing more team activities and group work is a great way to take the focus of competing with one another and concentrate more on working together to get the best result. It can encourage communication, cooperation, and collaboration and help students talk more effectively, express themselves with their peers. Number 3, positive feedback. Often teachers forget to mention when a student has performed well and instead focus on the negative aspects such as bad behavior. This can have significant effect and demoralize students. Although negative feedback can create positive outcomes by helping students to improve, giving positive feedback and is necessary part of promoting effective communication in the classroom. Number 4, don't stand at the front of the classroom. Moving around in the classroom and getting involved with the student will create less of a student-teacher feel. Moving away from the front of the classroom and joining them either at their desks or discuss ideas and getting involved in a small discussion will help them feel more comfortable and more likely to open up. And the 5 is active listening. Listen to hear your student, not just to respond and give an immediate answer. Sometimes just lending an ear can be extremely useful in promoting a supportive and caring environment. Other times, students have a question about homework or need some clarification about a topic that has been discussed where an answer is needed. Part 2. And the solution for problem number 1 is Mr. Eleazar might have used warnings, but the warnings were divided into 3 levels. The higher level, the more firm and safer the warnings are given. For example, first, Mr. Eleazar could reprimand them in soft and slow language. If they still haven't changed, maybe he can confiscate the object they broke from home and return them when the class hours are over. The solution for problem number 2 is Miss Giandra was required to act more decisively to avoid students like Zefano. For example, if she is explaining one material, Miss Giandra can appoint Zefano to come forward and do one of the question given, or by telling Zefano to sit in the front row so as not to act. Because students like Zefano no longer have any role in being warned through words, it must be decisive action. The solution for problem number 3 is Miss Yehezkiela could take decisive action in the form of complaining to the school security so that they could be followed up, because if their attitude is too much, there must be a decisive action. I think that's all for my presenting about Project 1 Classroom Management. Thank you for watching and thank you for your time, and have a nice day. Bye.